Hello, I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. I'm streaming to you live here on Facebook. Today is sunny Saturday, October 25th, 2025, and it is episode 100. It's a big day today because I am seeking those who are not happy with doctors or the doctor that they're dealing with who's not helping them resolve their issues. Reason being because there are some options out there, and I'm screaming about this every single day. And I have been for the last 99 episodes. Why is that? Why is the X39 so effective when combined with deuterium-depleted water with a molecular bond angle of 114 degrees? Why? This is my second cup of the day. Fresh. I'm making it fresh. You can see right here. Filling up the glass today. Why is it so good? Well, it's the spark that helps give energy inside the body. When you combine it with X39, which is also another spark that triggers the body to do things. What is that? Well, I'll explain. Why is the X39 so good in combination with the water I drink? Because it has been working for me. The combination of the two. Yesterday I did the Feel It Friday workout for everybody to see. And I've been doing this workout now for I don't even know how many weeks. Was it tough yesterday? Yeah. Yes. Those darn cards. They call the exercises. I thought I shuffled them good. And I flipped them. And there was a bunch of queens that were together with an ace. And I said to myself, oh, really? This is tough. And the first round was difficult. The second one, even more so. Can you keep up with me if you're trying? I'm just self-motivated. I don't have anybody telling me to go faster, to use correct form. Nobody's here. You don't hear anybody making noise. I'm self-motivated. And this is why I'm screaming about why the things that I'm doing are so good. Because, as you can see, the technology is simple, it's convenient, it's easy, it's cost effective, but most importantly, you actually feel it. I do. When I put on this patch, it's a technology that stimulates the skin with low levels of light, resulting in improved energy flow. Does it reflect? Well, we'll see that today when I make another attempt at the fitness testing. Earlier this week, I had energy flow. I'll tell you, if you look back on Tuesday's episode, October 21st, you will see that I hit a heart rate of 213 beats per minute. Heart rate. And I walked around here as if nothing happened. It was normal. For me. Now, is that a anomaly? Nope, it's not. Because it's happened before. And in fact, almost 2 years to the day was when I hit my ultimate max heart rate of 217 beats per minute. That was on November 6th, 2023. How is it 2 years later, almost 2 years later, I'm hitting the same heart rates? How is that possible? I'm 2 years older. I should be going the other way. But I'm maintaining longevity. How am I achieving that? Preventative maintenance? Yeah, that's part of it. I said it before and I'll say it again. There's many pieces of the puzzle that you need to make sure that your body is functioning at a high level. Can the X39 benefit you? You won't know until you try. You will not know until you try. And I know there's people that are watching what I am doing specifically in the LifeWave community. Because I see your names come up. People who you may know. And if you're watching, then that means I'm doing something right. I am leading, or setting the example. Hey, Anna, I'm okay with that. Especially at my age of 49. Am I reaping any benefits from leading by example? No. Nobody's choosing to join ship. Nobody. I don't get it. Am I that, how would you say, threatening? I don't think I am. I'm just a pretty humble person. But I also speak a lot of truths when it comes to making sure that I'm doing what's I believe is the right thing for me. Because my ticker tells me everything. So of the other things that I have listed here, can it help you? The X39 supports improved exercise performance, supports improvements in strength and stamina, supports overall health and well-being, supports copper peptide production, the king of all kings when it comes to stem cells. Does it help with me in my recovery? I don't feel like I did any exercise yesterday, and I'm ready to do it again. How good is that? It makes me feel like I'm a teenager, a young person, a young kid. That's how I feel. It's like, you know, you play outside all day when you're 12 years old. You get up the next day, you're ready to do it again. Whether it's jumping on the trampoline or swinging a baseball bat, throwing a football, playing hockey sticks, you know, like, didn't matter. And the best part about all this, with the X39, no drugs, no stimulants, no injections, no TRT, no testosterone injections, no estrogen, no progesterone, no none of this stuff. Why? Because I'm telling you, it just initiates the body to turn on. And when you combine it with the right elements, the right nutrition, right choices, as I shown yesterday, you can go and watch that episode. Do they apply to women? Do the choices I make apply to women? It does as well. Can you reap the benefits? Yes. And you can make a little bit of money on the side if you want. Because there's nobody in this space. It's a non-transdermal patch. Just stick it on like a band-aid. Peel it off. Put a new one on the next day. This one's a new one. And start reaping the benefits from it. I've shown many examples in episodes. One of them, I think, is episode 73. Where it talks about different case studies. Or there's case studies in there. I think it's 73. I'll go back and look. Because there's nothing worse than not being able to get out of bed in the morning. Nothing worse. Yes, episode 73. Maybe I'll show it on screen here. Where you see this, let's see. See if I can find the picture here. Okay.
Has done for people, and you can get a few.
See if I can do this here. Oh yes. So you see there, of course it's not in the best, but you get the drift. Power of X39 at Unlock Your Bioenergy on YouTube. And you can find it there. Oops. Now what did I do? Nope, not that one. Okay, there we go. The examples are just popping up every day, success stories from around the world of people that are reaping the benefits from using the technology, which is backed by a large number of patents, and it's just incredible what it can do for you. And I talk about this in all the blog stuff that I've done, that I've posted to unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysites.com. You can scan the QR code right there, and it'll take you to the website. If you're not interested in, looking at the topics that I have, that's fine. But there are people that are. You can find out how to use the light technology in the studies. You can purchase your bioenergy products. That's the patches. That's what I call the bioenergy, because it's energy inside the body. And if you want to increase that energy, unlock it. You can start with the patches, and you can enhance its effects with the water. And let me tell you, water is a very, very important piece when it comes to maintaining longevity. Super important. When I talk about water, I'm talking about just the hydrogen and the oxygen. No minerals. Okay? Why is that? Because the hydrogen is the spark. We all know that hydrogen is very flammable. It is. Why is that? Because it provides the real power that your body knows how to use. And when that hydrogen is the cleanest and most absorbable, and it's free of any radioactivity, guess what happens? Inside the body, in a very good way. And does it reflect when I do the fitness testing? We'll find out. After 2 cups. Because when I first started this live stream, there was a software update that changed a few things and I didn't check the audio. So I restarted it. And I did have my pinch of salt this morning. So am I ready to rock and roll to 200 beats per minute? You bet I'm ready. I'm excited, actually. But before we get there, make sure you have a look at this. I am telling you, there's no limits to what it can help with. No limits. And I'm here to help you. They're just, I don't know how many times I have to knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. To get people's attention. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Scan the QR code and make your purchase today. You won't regret it. So, today's workout. The fitness testing. How good is your endurance, strength, and speed? How good is it? I asked the question. A lot of people say, oh, I'm too old, I can't do anything. Yeah. Sure you can. It's all mindset. So, last week's attempt, in episode number 95, I scored 247 skips in 75 seconds. And the reason why that was the case is because I tripped on the... I started a few steps. I don't know how many you did. 10. And then I tripped. All while trying to keep pace with... You see my metronome here. Oh. It's... Have to restart it. This app is kind of... It's a good app, but it's kind of, oh, I see what happened. My Bluetooth speaker turned off. Okay, let's see if it's going to go now. Ah, we're working. So I set last week the metronome at 200 beats per minute. And essentially that is skipping at a pace of... how many times? Let's see. I said 75 seconds. Okay? 3.3333333 skips per second times 60 beats per minute, or 60 seconds, equates to 200 skips, 200 beats per minute. So that's the tempo that I need to skip at to get 250. And if I successfully do it today without tripping, Then next week is going to be 205. 205. How high can this app go? So that's 200. So if I do today, 250 skips divided by, I think it's going to be 73 seconds to get 205 times 60. Yeah. So that'll be 73 seconds. It's even faster with the same rope, which is this guy right here, which I showed was the rope that my friend Josh kinked. He kinked it in 2018, and which is okay. The rope is still usable, and this is the rope that I'm going to use today. So I'm just going to check it. You can hear that, all right? Okay. And I'm going to measure my heart rate, as I usually do. And we'll see where it hits today. I don't think it'll hit 213 when I'm doing the actual fitness test because I'm fresh. So we'll start that. Yeah, I think this is the one here. Okay, minute and 15 seconds is the goal at 200 beats per minute. Let's adjust this here. I gotta correct this. Let's do this. Make sure I... Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Whew. Well, I did it. That was a hard test. I could feel it. Now having 2 cups of water in my system. Did that increase my ability to actually do it? I think it was around the last half a minute where I could really start to feel the increase in the lactic acid feeling. Not necessarily a feeling of lactic acid, but being able to keep that pace. It felt good. It felt tolerable, where I could keep doing it. So, is there room for higher tempo? Yeah, I think so. I think I can do 205. Where's my plateau at? I don't know. Maybe 215. That might be the plateau where I might not be able to sustain that tempo. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I suspect maybe, just based on how it feels at 200, it's getting close. Getting close. So, today is going to be another HIIT. So, high intensity interval training, where I will push the pace consistently around, I think, 165. That's kind of where I want to be. And I encourage you to join along, jump with me. Let's do this 10-minute HIIT on this sunny Saturday. All right. Want to circulate some blood. Not that I already did, but how much did I set for? Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Not that one. This is the one I want to do. The 10-minute HIIT. Not the 9-minute. I'm broken. Let's try this again. So when it goes green, that's when I want to hit the high intensity, the 165. David Schmidt, if you are watching, I got your attention, and I should have gotten it, because I'm proving what the X39 does for the body when you combine it with other things. Brand new patch. And if you want somebody to lead your community with fitness, let me be the one. Because no one else wants to hire me. I keep trying to find a job locally. There's not one company that wants to hire this guy. This guy right here. I'm too dangerous or whatever. I don't know what it is. Can't go anywhere. Don't have the money to do it. And quite frankly, it's getting really frustrating. 100 episodes. You think somebody would be supporting me? So, today's record starting time was at 1:29 p.m. October 25th, 2025. Let's see what I hit for heart rate today. I didn't look. Okay. Wow. So when I was doing the test, I only hit a heart rate of 120 max. That was from being, fresh. So you can see here how my heart rate kind of just, it's like hovering around the 100 mark. And even though I could feel when the heart rate started going up, the thing is when I started to feel the intensity of the of the 250 skips and the intensity of the 200 skips per beats per minute, because it does creep up fast. And obviously my recovery is like, it speaks for itself. And then here, probably the first little part here, I started the minute. So this first peak around this part here in the center of the screen is probably when after a minute of doing the wrong timer and then switching it to the other guy, and then my heart rate just picks up. And you can see it drop for each 30 seconds how much I recover, and then picks right up again. So if a 30-second recovery goes down to 140 from 155 or whatever it was, 160-ish, yeah. And then obviously at the end doing the double unders. So I'm broken and really wanting to just finish strong, but show what I got in the tank. Double unders is a pretty intense skip rope exercise, and people in the CrossFit community, they know double unders are not easy, especially unbroken. Now add a heavier rope, even more difficult, right? Because the arms are going to get tired. But I'm looking more for conditioning when I'm doing double unders. So, and obviously 185. Yesterday was 193. So, could I have reached the 190s and possibly into the 200s if I had continued to push? Yeah, if there was another session of, let's say, instead of 10 minutes, if it was 11, then yeah. Or if I had started double unders earlier. But the fitness test takes quite a bit out of me, and I can really feel it in the arms. And if I want to be able to play my accordion later tonight, you know, I want to make sure I regain some of that relaxed muscle feel, because it's better for playing. Then, you know, I don't get any cramps or anything like that. Not that I'm getting them now, but it's just more comfortable. So there you go. Fitness testing and the 10-minute HIIT today. Episode 100. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today's episode number 100. I hope you enjoyed it. Tune in on Monday for Move It Monday. That'll be episode 101. And we'll see what I have planned for you if you're following along, participating in the workouts. So rest up. Enjoy your rest of the day and the weekend. We'll see you on Monday.